Okay, we have another one here. His mum shouted at him as he walked into the road with a fearful or a scary kind of connotation, mood. Um, so again, this is the excitement and fear ones are the ones where we want like probably want the verbs. So we're gonna just say his mum hollered at him. So we basically got two people doing something in this sentence, right? I'm not sure I spelled hollered correctly, but anyway. We've got the mum and she's hollering. And then we've got him and he walks into the road. But at the moment we don't know the story, right? As in you will know the story, but you need to decide in what way is he going into the road? Is he not paying attention and he stumbles in? Is he misbehaving and he's going in to scare the mum? Like, what is happening here? You need to know the story because that's going to affect what you choose to write. Um, we've got so many options. We can say like as he wandered mindlessly into oncoming traffic, or as he um stomped angrily into the road. Like we can choose, but we need to know. This is why I'm saying like know some secret information about your writing before, like the secret story information will help you choose your words because it's clearly there's a different meaning between wandered mindlessly and stomped angrily. So who is this boy and why is he there? Like this is what you need to know before you start writing. Um, okay, let's leave that there. We will come back to these maybe at a later point. Um, let's talk about the actual writing itself. So you've got, so we're going to ignore these narrative writing ones. We've got question two or question three, descriptive writing, and these are from the Cambridge GCSE, but you do a similar type of writing in Edexcel and in AQA. Um, so describe a group of people gathering in a local public place. Describe the sun setting over a special place. My advice to you, whether you're doing narrative writing or you're doing descriptive writing, is to have preset ideas that you're going to go into the exam with that you've practiced well. So, like with the narrative writing, I would tell you have like the same characters that you've practiced writing lots of stories about. You know what they want, you know what they're like, and use those characters in whatever story comes up. And I can maybe do a series on that after this series. But I would say a similar thing to the descriptive writing. So once you've come up with this like possible emotions, secret story information, I would say you can use that secret story information for whatever description you're going to do. You might need like two that you know how to write well. But let's take this for example. So possible emotions, easy ones to write would be like relaxed and happy, terror, sadness, excitement, fear. Let's go with the describe the sun rising over a special place. And we're gonna go for sad. So what is the special place? We're gonna just say like my mother's home. Oh, my mother's home. Who is there? Me and my mum. And why are we there? This is her last day there before she moves. And so why is it important I know this? Because I have decided to choose this prompt and I've decided to make it sad. So we need to decide why is it sad and who's here and like why is it special? And just ask ourselves some questions about the story. Um, but then you can see that if I took the other quote and said describe a group of people gathering in a local public place, we can still kind of use that same idea that we've gone back to our mother's house and she's moving house. But we just have to then go like, okay, people are gathering in a public place. Maybe this is the farewell party. And so we're still talking about those same emotions, those same ideas. We're describing similar stuff, but we've gone into the exam with like a story in mind that we can then use. And so you might, I would suggest like at this point when you're practicing, you write something different every time. But once you stumble on an idea that you're like, I like this, I find this easy, I know my metaphors, I know my things that I want to say, just like save that and then try and write that story under lots of different prompts in order to like save your energy because the hardest part in the exam is to come up with ideas on the spot. And so even if you've got like a bank of 4 or 5 ideas, but like repetition, the examiner doesn't know that you've used this idea before. They just want a good piece of descriptive writing. They don't even really care how linked to the prompt it is. Like it does need to be linked to the prompt, but what they're mostly looking for is good writing. And so it can be very loosely based off of the prompt. And they're so vague on purpose. Um, People gathering in a local public place, like, yeah, if you decide that the thing that you want to describe is the local supermarket, and you go in and you see these two options, well, the supermarket is a local public place, and you can make up a reason why it's a special place and write a descriptive piece about the supermarket. Like, if you get good at that, you can write it for whatever the prompt is. Okay, I would say so once you've done those two things, you've found out the possible emotions, you found out the secret story information. To get really, oh, and then you've done this thing here as well, where you've like written down something you can see, something you can hear, something you can touch. So for my story, the mother's home, you can see like toys that were never properly put away. You can hear the familiar sounds of the church bells. And then you're gonna have more than one per category for sure, but just for example, you can touch like the threadbare carpet on your feet. Also, we can feel the slight warmth from the sun. It's also like another thing that is really helpful is to be like aware of the temperature and the weather of the place that you're in. Like maybe we're going to say this is like quite a cold place. Otherwise, other than this like rising sun. And maybe you smell like baked bread in the kitchen. And the more details you add, you might be something like, oh wait, something in my story doesn't work. So maybe it's like she's like not moving out tomorrow. Maybe like she's moving out soon, but this is this character's like last time going to stay. And so she knows that she'll never see this place again, kind of thing. You can taste, and it doesn't have to be something she's tasting then and there. It can be a memory of a taste. So maybe like we can also like she's remembering the taste of that bread, for example. Um, so this is a good thing to think about first.